Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's take a look, see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hopefully this will be a treat. I've had this one in the fridge probably longer than any of the rest of the beers down there. This is John Barleycorn's Barleywine from Mad River Brewing. This is the 2008 edition. So this beer has been cellaring for about 5 years now, guys. Well, actually, I think I've had it probably close to 4 or 5 years myself. So the label's about to peel off of it. It's been in there so long. And looking at the beer, I don't see any floaties in here, as opposed to the one we had the other day. It was less than a year old and it had floaties. And you know who you are. This beer, when I first got it, I was not into the big ABV beers, which this is a 9.1 alcohol by volume, and I think they're even bigger than that now. I think they're either 10 or 11% now, the ones they're brewing now. So let's get on with this one, guys. The last handful of beer reviews have been running really long, and I'm going to cut back on that. So we're going to expedite these and cut them back here a little bit, guys. So without me flapping my gums all night long or all day long, the commercial description of this is brewed in small 10-barrel batches with certified organic barley malt. This crimson-hued ale has a sweet caramel nose with a zesty, spicy citrus taste. It has a slight hot finish and leaves a warm, tingling sensation on the tongue. A great winter warmer. Malts use organic barley. Boiling hops are Columbus, Brewer's Gold, and the finishing hops are Columbus and Brewer's Gold and Pearly. So they're out. Mad River Brewing's out of California, guys. The availability, this is the winter time. Of course, I've had this one for 5 years now. The food pairings for this cheeses are sharp blue, cheddar, your more pungent cheeses, gorgonzola and Limburger. It doesn't have a meat pairing here. It just says dessert. I don't know about all that. I don't know if I'd want to have this big a beer with the dessert. Wouldn't be on my calendar, guys. The glassware is a pint becker, the tumbler, the snifter. I got the double glass. Seemed like we had a run here on the big beers. I'm emptying out the fridge of some of these great big beers that I've had in there for a while, especially the ones I don't want to cellar any longer. The beer can be cellared for long periods of time, and now that it's 11%, indefinite just about. So, without further ado, like I said, I'm going to try to cut back on the time on some of these beers. And this is a twist off. Very unusual. Not a big fan of that. So let's go down the center. Virtually no head. Just a light lacing across the top of the beer. It is a very rich red. Almost to the ruby color. And I can see the bulb through it, so it's not cloudy. Might have a slight chill haze on it. Let's get a nose on it, guys. It has a very sweet, rich, caramelly smell. Very reminiscent of what a barley wine smells like. Very sweet, big alcohol beers. A little dark fruit in there. Figs, raisins, dates. Maybe some plums. Smells very sweet, guys. That's what's alcohol and a sweet malt is what I'm getting on this one. No hop presence now. 5 years, I'm sure the hops have faded. Well, let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Very pleasant. Rich, sweet caramel malt, and same thing on the taste that I was getting on the nose. Some darker fruit, figs, dates, and raisins, maybe some plums. Very nice. The beer has mellowed and aged very well. Like I said, the new ones are 11%. This 2008 is a 9.1, I think I told you. Yeah, 9.1% alcohol on this one. So, very tasty. Guys, we're going to let it warm up, let her taste it, and I'll come back and see if it's changed any, if the alcohol is more present. And if I'm getting any other notes on the nose and taste on it by then. So, stick around, I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little this is a pretty decent beer. The reason I've kept this so long, I was dreading doing it because it was such a big beer. Of course, over the last couple of years, my palate has developed, and I'm going more and more favorable toward the bigger beers, especially up to the 10 and 11%. Now, once you get above that, you get up to the 15%ers. They still taste like rubbing alcohol to me, guys. They're still way too boozy usually for my taste. That's why all the Utopias are still in there, and the Dogfishes, and all these astronomically large beers at 15% or above. I'm just not into that taste. They're cellaring, and it's hard to tell when they'll get open. Guys, this is very tasty, a rich caramelly. It's got a spiciness to it too, so I guess that's probably the hops that they use, giving it that spiciness. Molasses, dark fruit, a sweet caramelly taste. Very delicious, guys. One more thing, I'm going to be on vacation the week of the 13th, so I'm going to try to have enough reviews like I did when I went to Sturgis to make up the difference and have one for you every day, but that'll depend on internet access, because a bunch of us are going on motorcycle trips, so we're going to try to run to Nashville, and then we're going to run down the Natchez Trace Parkway down to and try to get to New Orleans, and maybe even to the French Quarter if we're lucky, weather depending on all that stuff. So we only got a week this time to do it in instead of 2 weeks like we did last time. So we're going to get as far as we can, weather permitting, guys, and I'll try to have a beer review for you every day. But if there's a lapse in it, I apologize. So that being said, let's do the final chug on this one. Very nice. Got this warmed up. The booziness is there, a little more prevalent, but not bad. With 5 years, it's had a very long time to mature out and mellow, and it has. So, very tasty. I doubt if you're going to find a 2008 still sitting on the shelf. You may, but I kind of doubt it. So, this is a good one to pick up and cellar for a while. 5 years did very well with this one, so if I pick up another one, I'll probably sell her at least that long. Just not a big fan of these twist-style tops, guys. This is a throwaway bottle, so all you home brewers, it's garbage. With that being said, guys, I'm gonna give it an 8, which is an A-. It's pretty tasty. It's an A beer. It's worthy. But I doubt if I'd have had that same opinion if I'd have done it in 2008. I may have even called it a drain pour. So my palate had not been able to grasp this beer back then. So I'm glad I did cellar it that long, guys. Beer Habit comes up with 84, and Rate Beer says it's 93 overall and 64 in the style. So somebody's not hip on the style there. So I mean, it tastes like a barley wine to me, or a very pleasant barley wine, as a matter of fact, after being aged 5 years. So I liked it, guys. So that's my opinion. That's what I'm gonna give it. So if you see it, pick it up, give it a try. If you get a fresh one, you might want to cellar it. And if you've had one, if any of y'all that's had a 2008 or still has a 2008, let me know what you think of it, guys. As always, rate, comment, subscribe. Let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See you then.